but whatever. And we're back.
And we are.
I think.
We could be back.
I think we're back. I don't know. I feel uneasy about this.
Something about this is weird being exposed.
Being in a new setup. But, like...
It's cool. Whoever's at Romeo right now, you guys just set off the alarm. The police are coming. Just stay in the drum room.
I remember that post. And just the quads, they're
These
looking...
fine-looking men
These
walking
fine
in the door.
gentlemen are looking extra dapper. It is cool.
We're vibing.
It's uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable right now.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Because I feel like something's just gonna go wrong with our electronic setup here.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
This lamp is plugged in very precariously.
It's really being a prick right now.
It's precariously hanging on the edge of that.
Welcome back to the 33rd episode of SpaceShow. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
Welcome you.
I appreciate that.
It was like the setup when we had at the table when we were just facing the camera. Just feels weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
But like we have to talk to each other, but like also make eye contact with the camera.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's what's going on here.
Even though nobody watches the video on a podcast, I'm still opposed to putting it on YouTube. Fuck the YouTube listeners.
I think you guys are great. I think you guys should keep listening.
You're okay.
Well, we're down at Megabase, right?
Yeah, that's where we're at. So we're right outside my room, actually. We're on
the third floor.
The third floor, we'll say.
The third floor.
It's technically the fourth, though, because this house like doesn't have a first level. It's the parking garage.
Well, the first level is the first level of the house.
No, I suppose you're right, but
yeah, I am.
You know,
right.
like usually they like number like floor houses by like from ground level, and you say this is the first floor, and that's the ground level.
No,
but our house doesn't have a ground level. Our house does have a ground level actually because it's on the ground, and there's a doorway you enter in, and so there is a ground level. It's just about like the size of a closet.
I am familiar with doorways. I have heard of them.
You know how to say door in Spanish?
Oh. I know this. Puerta.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah,
I know.
I'm impressed you got that, actually.
For our bilingual viewers.
Yeah, thank God. That little bump didn't mess anything up.
Oh, God. Yeah, we spent about 20 minutes setting this up.
Yeah.
As opposed to our normal 3.
It's a real headache. We're recording off my laptop, which I think is a first.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, I'm an idiot and forgot the equipment.
The dongle.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's a very real possibility that this episode just sounds like shit because we'll need to compress it.
It'll sound great.
Because my computer has no storage at all.
No, it'll be fine. It'll sound so great.
I delete last week's episode to make room for this week's episode.
Well, last week's episode came out today.
Really? Already?
Yeah.
I thought you just dropped one with Vanessa.
That was last week's.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on top of it.
Man, this past
week
we are
back to a weekly podcast.
I'm a fan. I'm sold. I'd buy merch. I'd buy a sticker.
I would buy so many stickers. Like you should too.
Hey, speaking of which,
wait, we should start plugging our stuff at the beginning of the show.
Yeah,
because I don't think a lot of people make it to the end. So subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Follow on Instagram. Buy our merch.
But where do we follow on Instagram?
At spaceshow.pod. It's all in the link tree in the description.
Look at the link tree. Look in our Instagram bios,
the socials,
just Twitter bios.
So easy to find us everywhere.
It literally.
It couldn't be easier.
A blind squirrel could find our link. More often than he finds a nut.
Did I ever tell you about the time a squirrel jumped in my room?
Yes.
Should I share that story?
Yes, please enlighten all of us.
When I was 18, 19, right out into college, I went to St. Xavier.
Back in my college days.
University, my first try at college. I don't go there anymore, and I still don't have a degree. So that's how that went. But that was the first and only time I lived in a dorm.
It's the experience.
Yeah. I was technically in Chicago, and me and my roommate, we went to high school together. We had like one class with each other. Our last names were pretty close, so we knew each other in passing.
Wait. Can you say who this is? I don't remember who your roommate was.
His name was Matt.
Oh, we went to high school with him?
He was in my grade, yeah. Really laid low. Definitely a different crowd than us, but like I saw he was in a St. Xavier shirt, and I'm like, do you want to room together? I'd rather room with someone I at least somewhat know than someone I don't even.
And a complete rando?
Yeah.
I could get that.
because at least I can like weigh my options. And yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So like the freshman dorms were dog shit, right? Like barely any heat, just brick. I would say it was probably like the size of this.
Yeah, I mean,
people.
I slept there, right? Your freshman dorm, or maybe I didn't sleep at your freshman dorm.
No, that was my like sophomore dorm because that was nice because there was 2 sets of rooms with the living area.
Because I didn't think those were that bad.
Yeah, no, it was, like where I lived, like this room I slept in. Mm-hmm. Cut it off where the bathroom starts.
Yes,
and it was just like from there to the beds. It was like a very small living area for a freshman year.
Yeah, I remember.
And well, they didn't do any upkeep with it. So me and my roommate were just kind of chilling. I think I was just taking a nap or something. And you can't really like get away from each other because it's so little of a space.
Oh, the dorm.
Yeah. And I'm just laying there. All of a sudden, I just feel something jump in my head, and I freak out. A squirrel gnawed through our like wire.
Like the screen?
Yeah, like the screen. Jumped into the room and jumped on my head. And we both just jump out of bed and look at it like, what? Huh? Who?
So, I'm just so confused. Why? Do you know why the squirrel would have?
Because our window was right by a tree, like right by the branch.
So he could have, just because he wanted to.
Yeah.
You think that's why he did it?
I mean, our window was open. Maybe some like food or something. And it was just, we didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. I think we just like stood in a corner.
Yeah, like run around
and
the
tried
room
like,
shit.
Trying to get it back to the window.
You don't want to get rabies though.
No.
What if it bites you?
I don't get fucking bit. And then I think it went back out the room, or it went back out the window like after 10, 15 minutes.
He's like, I'm bored here.
And I just took my backpack and I left. I'm like, I'm not staying here right now. I'm just going to go to the library or something.
Just leave. You're like, this is not my problem.
And then another time, the squirrel got back in, whether it's the same one or not.
Mm-hmm.
It was my roommate. And he said he just got back from the shower. He opens the door. And there's the squirrel just sitting in the room because he left the window open.
Dude.
And he's just staring at it.
Must have been the same squirrel. He was sending a message.
Mm-hmm. So he like opens the door all the way, kind of scoots around and like tries shooing it out the room. He shoots it out the room and shuts the door.
Like in the hallway?
In the hallway.
Why in the hallway? Why not try to get it back out the window?
Because he didn't want to get bit.
This is a much bigger situation. Now like the entire floor you live on is affected.
Mm-hmm. We don't know what happened. We don't know who took care of it. Because when I had to tell like maintenance, they didn't believe me. They assumed that like I punched a hole or something in the window.
Yeah, you're just trying to make up something because there's a hole in your screen now.
A squirrel ate through it.
Yeah, a squirrel wanted to get in your room. Yeah, real likely story there, guy.
So like that's
pretty funny.
It was wild. I don't know how it was our luck that it picked our fucking room.
Probably because you smell like beans.
And that's why I don't live in dorms anymore.
That's why I dropped out.
That's why I dropped out of school. Nah, it was more dignified than that. I was kicked out. And look at me now.
Yeah.
Almost at a nursing degree.
Almost be able to hold people's lives in your hands.
Just your life.
You ever seen inside somebody's chest cavity yet? Wait, so we actually don't talk about this. Okay. What sort of experiences have you had like at your job? Like
cool ones?
Yeah.
Well, the nurses know I'm in nursing school.
Neat ones.
So like they'll let me observe and like see cool things that they do. Like it's a thing called a port. It's a line that goes right into the heart.
Shit, like just
like
straight through your
right
chest.
atrium, yeah.
Damn.
Because it's like the freshest blood or something. And
it's
like
for what, transfusion or something?
I think it's just the best way to get them meds, because if they're constantly needing meds, like a chronic case, it's easier to do that than like keep putting an IV or keep sticking them.
Sure.
You'd rather just have something a little more permanent in a sense.
Yeah.
And I got to see them take out blood from there.
That's crazy.
So like think about when your blood fills, or your heart fills up with blood, and just right from there you're getting blood.
That's pretty crazy.
It was wild.
Did it fill up a lot, like fast?
Well, they were just taking like an empty syringe, and you can like you withdraw it. It was like a 10 milliliter syringe. They had to take
it's
two.
Not flowing into it.
Because that's where they would also put the meds. So you take the first, you throw it out because there could be medicine in there, and it would taint the labs. And then take another one, and that's what you send down to get tested. Which was just wild. Like I'm watching someone get blood taken straight from their heart.
Straight from the heart.
And like that's just I don't know. Just thinking about it,
kind of metal.
It was pretty cool. And the guy was just chill about it. He's like, yeah, go for it.
It doesn't hurt.
People who are like chronically ill tend to be like the most chill.
They're probably used to it.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, go for it. Or like, because the nurse have to ask, do you mind if the aide watches? Because he's in nursing school. He wants to just observe what's going on, and they have the right to say no, and some people have. Mm-hmm. But the people that are usually like chronically ill, like, yeah, go for it. He has to see this at some point.
Yeah,
and they're super cool about it.
That's really cool.
Sometimes they'll say, "Do you want to try it?" And legally, we have to say no.
Yeah, you want to fucking try pulling blood out of my heart?
Yeah, like,
Jesus.
Well, they just get it done so often.
Yeah, that's pretty tight. You know, like in veterinary medicine, they animals like arteries and veins are too small, so they take it right out of the neck, like the jugular.
Really?
Yeah, I always thought that was crazy, but that's pretty extreme.
Just fucking
heart.
Yeah.
like right aorta.
Yeah. Atria.
The
aorta sends blood.
Whatever, man.
It's like an artery.
I'm not in anatomy. I'm not.
I'm learning about the heart right now in patho, so that's why I know I'm up to date.
Is it like what's the class?
Pathophysiology. So physiology is how the body works. Patho is how it goes wrong.
Oh.
So it's pretty interesting, but there's a lot to know.
So pathology is the study of how things go wrong in your body?
Yeah. Pathophysiology.
Mm-hmm. And my mom, she works at that, gastroenterology practice, and she's got pathologists that sit in-house. It's
super cool. Like, getting to learn everything. I mean, it's easier for me to learn if I can imagine what I'm doing with the patient. Like, my fundamentals class is the test question. Patient X needs to go ambulate, walk around. Mm-hmm. But they have this going on. What would be the right course of action? And I can imagine myself going through the steps. Whereas patho, the test, what does the cell expel in order to activate this? Or like, which cell sends out histamine and what response do they give? It's hard for me to imagine, like, oh yeah, the mast cells expel histamine and activate the IgE response for inflammation, and that's why we have allergies. Like, I know that because I had to study it, but I can't picture what's going on.
It's pretty difficult. It's like very abstract.
It's a very abstract knowledge. It's very dense and everything.
It's kind of like like chemistry. It's
like how smart I sounded there?
Yeah, I know. You were really spitting there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm telling you, like, shout out to Liz Napperstack. She's taught me since I was 14 at Nexus. I'm 23 now.
Taught you how to march.
Mm-hmm. I was almost a cymbal player under her until I said, I don't want to play cymbals. But she graduated from the same school I'm going to now for nursing, and she's like tutoring me. And man, when we're spitting, we are like going back and forth.
Sounds like Spanish.
It was awesome. Tom Hartz was over at her place once and was like, Ed, you sound smart right now.
For once.
Yeah, because like they're just used to me being quad drummer Ed.
Man, I remember you almost playing cymbals in Nexus.
Because that day I got cut. They're like, you want to try cymbals? And I said, yeah. And I lied to them. I said, it's my brother's birthday. Can I leave?
And you just didn't want to be there?
Yeah, I don't want to waste my time.
Just all of a sudden.
Not that cymbals are a waste of time, but like if I already know I'm cut, it's like Sunday of any drum corps camp. If you're cut, you don't have... I guess you don't know. You always got contracts.
I got cut the first time.
If you get cut, you don't want to like just sit there all Sunday. You don't want to help clean up. You just want to leave and be upset.
Yeah, I guess. But like, I think that's so funny that they didn't realize that as soon as we cut this kid, he's like, oh, it's my brother's birthday, I gotta go.
I'm sure they knew I was being bogus about it.
Yeah, they knew you.
They had to, because like, I mean, but again, like, who wants to be there? If they shouldn't have cut me by lunch.
That was 14?
Yeah, strictly business.
Yeah, I remember if I didn't make pit, I was going to try and do cymbals, and Burl told me I was too small.
For cymbals?
Yeah.
Well, you were a tiny kid
a little
that
shrimpy
year.
Boy. And I've told Burl that I wanted him to start a cymbal line at Providence because I wanted to play in it.
Yeah, how did that go?
So that I could build muscles. He's like... Well, he did his thing where he's like, maybe, he gave me a lot of hope, but something never came of it.
He did his thing where he embezzled money.
He did this thing where he said we think it'd be cheaper if we housed at this Methodist church instead of the hotel we were originally planning on housing at. We think it'd be cheaper, but it's actually going to be the same price.
You know who housed there the next year?
Who?
Andrew Percussion.
Yeah.
Because I remember Vivian sending me snaps from there. I'm like, that's the windows where the windows are uneven.
Actually, yeah, I remember seeing pictures from there.
Do you remember the uneven windows?
Yeah, I remember pointing it out to you.
Yeah, for some reason, whatever architect, the tops of the windows were just not like level. One was just shorter for no reason, but like 3 or 4 inches.
But it noticeably,
yeah,
you didn't have to go any closer to that. You could just see it from the furthest
and you had to like
away.
look up to see it. So if you didn't look up, you're fine. But when someone points it out to you,
I remember that church had like weird vibes in the basement where we were sleeping.
Didn't we set off an alarm or something?
Oh yeah, I feel like something like that happened there, or it was I think in Indy something like that happened too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
We set off some alarm, and like the cops were coming. I did that at Romeoville once with Bio.
What year?
17, because it was with Jackson.
Wait,
why? I just wanted to get there early to like rehearse. I think it was a Saturday.
Wait, yeah, it was like before the day started, right?
Yeah, and like the front doors were locked, so these two kids went to the side door. Mm-hmm. One just pressed their backpack up like a badge swipe, and it unlocked somehow, or something went wrong, and they just opened the door, and then they let the rest of us in the regular way, and we went to the drum room, and we don't get internet back there because it's like concrete walls.
Yeah.
Well, someone got one signal, and on the Facebook page, whoever's at Romeoville right now, you guys just set off the alarm. The police are coming. Just stay in the drum room.
I remember that post.
And we're all just shitting bricks and like, what? I just want to do band.
I just want to practice my diddles.
And the kid that held his backpack up against the thing, he was freaking out.
Why?
Because he thought like, I'm going to get in the most trouble. This is my fault.
But it's not like you guys were doing anything.
It's not like we're there for band.
You're supposed to be
You're going to arrest the band kids?
These kids just wanted to go practice. Well, I mean, you never know, but
it's true. But yeah, I remember that. I fucking hated it.
I once set off the fire alarm in a McDonald's play place.
The play place?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Young. I was pretty young, at least under 9 or 8 years old.
So how does one set a fire alarm off? Like you pull the thing, or
there was a fire door, and it was just one of those doors that you touch
it
and open. Not even open the door. You like latch the handle, the alarm goes off. And I was just being dumb. I was being a kid, and I was all sweaty, and I wanted to go outside for a breath of fresh air, nice, cool, crisp, clean air on my sweaty forehead.
Of course.
And yeah, as soon as I push on that thing, the alarm starts whoop whoop whoop, and then
how was the air though?
So crisp,
nice,
and clear. But yeah, I remember the manager coming back and just giving me the dirtiest look, and I'm like, "What do you expect?"
Because you know that had to have happened before. Some kid
probably once a week, if not more. That door was so unprotected in the play place. It was next to the exit of the play place, like next to the slide. What do you expect? That's poor infrastructure.
It is.
You ever notice how no McDonald's anymore have play places?
Yeah.
It used to be like every single one.
I mean, remember they used to be much more fun to look at, if that makes sense.
They used to be for parties, remember?
My brother used to have his birthday parties there.
Really?
Cakes and everything.
Yeah, you could still get a cake.
My brother was a little fatty. He says it too. He's like, I was a little chunky boy. I shared a picture of my brother the other day. He is so much cooler than me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I followed his page. Give him a shout out. What's his
Bruno
page?
Matthews hair.
He's got a great aesthetic. His little eye tattoo.
Oh yeah, it's like a teardrop tattoo, but it's a straight razor because he cuts hair.
Actually, so sick. It's the most tasteful face tattoo I've seen.
So he is so much cooler than me. Gauges, tattoos. He has a neck tattoo.
The long hair.
He has hand tats. You know how cool you have to be for hand tats?
You have to be like a certain level.
Yeah.
Not just anyone can be walking around with hand tats.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's pretty tight.
Great haircuts. I just don't get my haircut anymore. He's the only one I let me cut my hair.
I was wondering. Yeah, like when was you? Are you growing your hair out now?
Yeah, it's almost. No, I'm not gonna say almost. It's been about 3/4 of the year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just coming now realizing that I don't ever see your hair anymore.
I always wear hats. I always wear beanies.
It's my beanie.
It is your beanie. Yeah, because the last time I got a haircut was the day before barbershops opened up in Illinois. Because I had to drop him off at his place because he lives at his barbershop. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to just shake the dust off. And he's like, can I give you a haircut? Yeah. And then after that, I said, I'm going to grow my hair out.
Was it a bad haircut?
No, I liked it, but I just wanted to grow my hair out again.
Why? Why do you? Hair. No, you should stop. I'm putting my foot down. This is bad.
I told Viv, hey, I think I'm going to get a haircut. And she said, you should wait.
Really?
She said, Viv, give it till March. Because I'm concerned with going to clinicals that it's either going to look bad, just slicked back, or I'm not going to be able to do like a bun. And you can't look unprofessional when you're a nursing student in scrubs and shit.
But your hair looks bad.
But she said, wait, maybe it'll look better.
Eddie, we've been through this.
Yeah, but she's nice to me.
No, Eddie, you don't need someone who's nice to you. You need someone who's brutally honest to you. And when we went through drum corps, you had a decent body, but you looked like shit because of your hair.
I looked so good. I was like
Fabio.
What are you
talking about?
I was the next Fabio.
You literally look like Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch Stole Christmas.
Dude, it was so hot. Just the hair on my neck.
Yeah, and I remember you had like a gradient on the back of your neck because your stupid damn hair.
I would have to put on my hat, and then whatever was tucked out, I'd have to put it in like a crappy bun, and it just looked bad. But I will say, every time I saw our caption head, and he did his hair,
He's got long hair. Yeah.
I'd go up to him, "Hey boss, nice hair," and he'd see me with my ponytail, and he's like, "Yeah, right back at you."
You're looking extra handsome today.
Oh, boss man, I didn't realize you looked so good.
Kind of like when the quads grow out their mustaches.
Nice day.
You gentlemen are looking extra handsome today. You want to go fix the camera?
I guess I will. Do we talk about the quads and growing mustaches?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
Do you want to discuss it? That's your story.
I guess. So I think it's a thing every year, but in the thing winter of 2019 for Rhythm X, the quads, I had my mustache.
You grew your mustache out for quite a while.
And I forget why.
Movember, and then you just kept it.
Yeah, I got really attached, I think.
Because it took a while for you to grow. You started like 2 months early.
Yeah, that's it. I put too much work.
Because you didn't grow nearly as much facial hair back then.
It's very thin and
yeah,
pencil-like. But I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say.
The quads.
Yeah, but I had something specific I was gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just got attached to my mustache, and so I had it for the entirety of that winter season. And the quads, they grow out their mustaches for
Kentucky.
MIPA or some. It's either MIPA, Mid-East Percussion Association, or
I think it's like the WGI,
the championships, or Kentucky Regional.
It's Kentucky Regional. It's a WGI sanctioned event.
Okay, it's because I can't remember because they're like basically at the same venue, and
Mid-South, was that what it's called?
Mid-East is what it's
Mid-East,
called now.
okay.
It used to be called Mid-South.
Okay.
But yeah, they would grow their mustaches out for that every year, and I had a mustache, and one day I show up to rehearsal, and just the quads, they're
These fine-looking men
these
walking
fine
in the door.
gentlemen are looking extra dapper today.
And real recognizes
And
real.
Real would always recognize real. And that entire weekend, I was just in such a good mood because I was, being lifted up.
The air was just better. The sun was brighter.
My brothers around me, we all put our arms around each other, figuratively speaking.
Warm embrace.
Yeah.
From 6 feet apart.
It's like I could feel the warmth of their upper lip without having to kiss them.
And one of them couldn't grow a mustache, so they just drew it on.
Brett was 18 years old, and he couldn't, so they took eyebrow pencil and
pretty
drew
good.
it on, yeah.
And we didn't the Tims notice.
Yeah, Tim's told them they look like crap, I think. But they also respected the meme enough to just let it happen for one show.
I mean, yeah, because it's Kentucky.
Yeah.
You gotta have a mustache.
It's like
that's a very specific meme that you do have to respect.
Really, really good. I like it a lot. Something about mustaches and drum lines really gets you going. Really hits right here.
It really tickles my fancy when I see a good drum line with a great mustache.
BD, when their string line does their mustache thing.
I love mustache move-ins.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So good.
Because it's the last week. At Legends, it was the last week of spring training. People are just shaving in the bathroom with mustaches.
Because I had that same mustache all the way through the summer, as long as I could.
Up until the first show.
Yeah, the day of the first show. In fact, my before and after for that mustache, me shaving off the mustache, is me in the bathroom. The after is me at the show. I'm in front of the crowd. That's when I decided to take the picture.
That's so sad.
I know, I forgot. I was busy crying in the bathroom after I shaved it off.
It's a bad policy.
It is bad policy. I looked so good.
How are you going to take that away from this guy?
I was tan and lean and without a mustache. That's an atrocity, if you ask me.
We have to go to the board at DCI to talk about this.
We really should start speaking to people about this. I'm passionate enough to send emails and write letters about this. Although I haven't had a mustache in...
It's been a while.
A record time. I don't remember if I grew it out for November.
I don't think you did this year.
If I did it, I didn't keep it like I usually do.
I mean, I've been growing mine out for about 23 years right now.
Yeah, it's coming in real nice.
Yeah.
It's coming in real, along with your burns a little bit.
I'm keeping the burns.
You're keeping those?
These are mine. These are mine to keep.
You haven't shaved those? Is that what you're saying?
I do. I trim them. I trim
How often?
the length, and then I shave the bottom.
How often?
Do I shave it often for it to come back?
How often do you feel the need to say, I need to shave my sideburns?
I don't shave my sideburns. I shave around them. I like the length. I'm keeping it. I gotta look like a degen.
Can you, is it like a flap of hair?
I mean, there is... I can push the flap behind, but it is Actual sideburns.
Oh, nice. Because
Yeah.
my brother, he always used to bully me.
Well, burn flaps are kind of tough.
I was 12. I was literally prepubescent and couldn't grow sideburns. He's like, oh, look at Danny, his guy's little flaps. And, and everyone in my family like still gives me shit to this day.
I mean, you kind of deserve it. You had burn flaps.
I suppose you're right. With a coconut ass haircut, like.
But you met that guy from Hardcore Pawn.
Sure did. Please never bring that up.
Was he cool?
That picture needs to die. Like, he was very nice.
He was chill?
Shook his hand. Yeah.
I follow him on Facebook.
Still?
He posts the weirdest stuff.
Is he still, like, at the shop and working?
I don't think they, like, make the show anymore, but, like,
No.
he's verified because he was a celebrity. And he just, like, posts at once a day, how do you like your pizza? Is it cold by you today?
Do you think he's got, like... He's got something going on?
He's just losing it?
He's kind of losing it. Those people in Detroit, they finally got to him.
He's starting to sell people to their items for too much money. They just know he's losing it.
He's starting to sell people. No. Dude, his kids, that show, I remember being like 10, first of all, and his kids, like the ones who would run their store with him, I remember thinking they were insane, like clinically insane, and they should not be in charge of the store.
No.
Because that woman, Ashley, and the dude, I can't remember his name. Seth, yeah. They would just fight all the damn time.
Yeah, it's like, how are you going to be, like, the owners or the future owners and just, like, be rude?
And the dad just, like, didn't care. He's like,
Yeah.
you guys... I do miss that show. That era of True TV, I think, was the best. Mm-hmm. You ever watch, like, The Smoking Gun?
I don't think so.
Dude, that was my favorite show.
Sorry.
It was basically, like, a precursor to, like, Tosh.0 or Ridiculousness.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, they show
I
clips.
don't like those shows to begin with.
But,
Do you remember
like,
Ray William Johnson?
yeah.
It's just that, but on TV.
They're all just ripping off America's Funniest Home Videos.
I would debate no.
You think Ray William Johnson came first?
I think it's a more raunchy take on that.
Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how we progress. It's the same format, I would think, right? It's like just taking videos. I guess the only difference is, like, instead of, like, looking them up on the internet, people are sending them in.
Yeah.
Because that's what that was available at the time. But yeah, I think it's more or less the same. I'll fight you on this.
I will fight everyone on this. I will die on this hill.
You'll die swiftly.
I wonder what he's doing, Ray William Johnson.
Probably sitting on a boatload of cash somewhere. Because he quit YouTube, right?
For like a minute.
And then he came back.
I think he like started doing short skits or something.
I never really watched him.
I only watched his like Equals 3 or whatever and then stopped when that ended.
I could respect someone who's big in the scene. Because pretty into YouTube around that time.
Well, back in the day, though, like if you were internet famous, you were like middle school famous.
Yeah, well, everyone knew you. Like, remember Fred? The era of Fred. Did you watch Fred?
I did. I watched him before he was Fred. Him and his siblings used to have a YouTube channel.
How are you just finding everyone before they blow up?
Because my friends would show me, like my hometown friends. And yeah, he had a YouTube channel with like his brother and sister. And the Fred bit came from that channel. And then it blew up, so he made his own and like broke off from it. And then he became famous and said, fuck you to the other ones. I think his little brother has his own channel though right now.
Really?
Remember when Fred was on iCarly and his dad was John Cena?
Oh, yeah. I'm actually watching through iCarly right now.
Same. I started like the first 2 episodes.
That's what? That's as far as you got?
I mean, then I had other things to watch.
No. I have no other things to watch except iCarly because...
Vivian didn't want to watch it.
That's all Ellie and I watch. Really.
Vivian and I watch RuPaul's Drag Race a lot now. It's good.
Excuse you?
So this is how I justify it, right?
Go on.
I can appreciate a winner in any aspect. If you're good at your craft, I can respect that you put in the time and effort.
Yeah.
And you're seeing the best ones in this, like, because to make it to that show, you have to already be pretty decent. And then to be the best of those people, and then there's an all-stars category where it's like people that made it big after the show go back to compete with each other. And the winner of that, it's like, well, they are amazing at their craft.
Goat drag.
Yeah, so, like, I can appreciate a winner and someone that's passionate about what they do.
Sure. Okay. Well,
See, right? It makes more sense when you think about it that way.
yes.
And then the drama behind it all is just kind of funny.
Is it, entertaining? Should I start watching it?
I think we need to do some backstory for a lot of it before you start going into it, because I think it's a lot to just take in. Vivian like eased me into the drag thing.
How? Like she acclimated it. She started showing you little clips from YouTube, and
Not
then
even like of the show, but there's like these two people that
Yeah.
have a internet show together, and they have great chemistry. One was a meth addict at one point,
oh,
but it's like a comedian and just like kind of a yes man, like a guy that just laughs all the time at the jokes, and it's just great chemistry. But they met on Drag Race,
oh,
so you watch their internet show a little bit, then you go and watch them compete.
and they're married,
No, they just met.
and they're dating.
No, they're just friends. Just two dudes hanging out.
Two dudes.
I mean, what is this?
Two dudes dressing like women.
I mean, yeah,
Well, what are we? What is this?
it's basically, we have the same show without the drag.
Maybe you don't have the drag.
Dude, I can't tell you how many people ask if I'm a man or a woman at work.
What? Like legitly?
Like Patience.
Like
Because
walk
I'm
me
wearing a
through it.
mask and I'm wearing a scrub cap.
Oh, okay.
So all you can see is kind of this profile with no glasses and like hair sticking out the back of the scrub cap.
Mm-hmm.
And when the little old ladies need to use the restroom,
Oh.
hi, do you need help? Are you a man? Yeah.
You need to,
Can I get a woman in here? Okay.
I think you need to stop knocking and just start announcing yourself. Hey, I'm entering your room.
Oh man, penis. Hey, what's going on?
Don't want to hit my penis on the door on the way in.
Yeah, no, it's like happened more often than not since I've been growing my hair out.
Yeah.
Are you a man or a woman? And it really hurts. Are you a boy or a girl? It's like, well, now I'm just a child,
Are you a
and
little
you don't
boy
know
or
what
a
my
little
gender
girl?
is.
I'm surprised you don't get asked your race more often.
That does happen as well.
Really?
Because sometimes people are socially awkward and don't know how to make small talk.
So,
So, what ethnicity are you? What? Where are you from? Chicago.
well, I mean, like,
I mean, like, oh, like, what's... I'm just curious what your background is. Oh, I'm Hispanic.
not Southwest Pacific.
Like, oh, I would have never guessed. And I just stop him. Yeah, I know, Filipino. It's like, well, I wasn't going to say that. No, I get Filipino pretty often. It's the eyes.
You should just say, like, Scandinavian one of
I'm
these
just going to start
times.
telling them what they want. I'm a Filipino woman.
Just talk normally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
I'm Ed.
I'm here for your sponge bath.
I don't... My shift doesn't bathe people. We can.
Wait, really? Like, it's a shift basis thing?
Well, when do you want to get bathed? Do you want to get bathed between the hours of 3 and 11 p.m.?
I took my shower at 4 p.m. today.
Well, why? Okay, but when you're
That's
in the,
what time I had to do
when
it.
you were in the hospital doing nothing at all, would you rather bathe in the morning?
I didn't bathe.
You didn't bathe once?
No. When I was sick, I didn't shower for like a week and a half.
Did they give you the wipes to wipe yourself
Yes,
down?
yeah.
Okay, so you did bathe.
That is not bathing.
That's the same as our bath wipes.
Oh, so I took
Except
a shower.
yours is
So I took a shower.
antibacterial because you have to do it before surgery.
Yeah.
Chlorhexidine gluconate.
Look at
wipes.
this guy rapping at me. Even though I'm not a
CHG
rapper.
wipes.
I'm not a rapper. Stop rapping at me.
What am I, a cheeseburger? Why you grilling me, dog?
a roast. Why you roasting me, guy?
But yeah, I mean, I can give a bath or whatever. Obviously, if it's an older person and they're soiled, yeah, I'm gonna clean them up. But Joe Blow that just got their knee done,
He doesn't need a bath.
no, he just came from surgery, the cleanest place there is.
No.
And like when I work night shifts, because they were trying to push, like every shift needs to chip in. You're telling me you want me to bathe someone from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.? You want me to wake someone up and say, "Hey,
I would be pissed.
shower"?
I was like very upset every time I got woken up in the middle of the damn night.
And that's what we said. Like, we're not going to wake people up. And our management did understand. Like, well, we just kind of meant if someone is dirty, don't just not bathe them. Like, yeah, we know that. I'm not just going to leave someone icky.
No, this is like you're gonna learn your lesson.
Hey, you better stop that.
You're never gonna do this again. I ain't changing no damn dirty diapers. You're gonna sit in it till you learn. It's like rubbing your dog's nose in it on the carpet.
Yeah, I experienced a lot of poop. There's a lot of poop in that building.
My brother told me about a time when he was a transporter that when he stuck his hand in a mysterious orange substance.
Like, no glove?
Yeah, because he's a transporter, and it was like not where fluids were supposed to be.
Ugh.
On the outside of a body bag, I think it was.
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, and he says he still doesn't know what it was. I'm just curious if you wanted to take a stab at what you think it is.
Orange?
Orange, and it was like clear.
Body bag. I'd imagine
Gelatinous.
Oh, gelatinous. I was gonna say maybe urine, because you know the organs
I
relax,
feel like maybe you could.
and like medicine can change your urine different colors, but the consistency.
Wouldn't you be
is-
able to smell that? Like you'd know.
Yeah, yes and no, because like infectious urine has a foul odor, but like diabetic urine or like anorexic urine smells sweet like fruit.
I should probably go get checked out.
I've been smelling apples when I go to the bathroom.
I smell fruity pebbles.
Man, people are just learning this podcast.
I know. You're very educational when you actually sit down
When you sit down and get to know me, out of what 6-7 years of getting to know me,
and talk about what your interests are and what you like to do in your free time. Oh, you're actually
wow,
pretty
this guy's-
interesting.
This guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, might keep you around. I'm done.
Do you want to bring a special guest? Is there anyone down there?
Hey! No, I don't think anyone's down
No
there.
one's down there?
I've been waiting for someone to walk in and scream something. Should I go get someone?
We can cut this out. Do we want to finally get Leah's
No.
time on the podcast
No,
over with?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Fair.
She can stay downstairs.
Fair. I'm not cutting this out.
I hope she listens to it.
Shout out Leah.
Stay downstairs. But yeah, the third floor.
Third floor is pretty cool. I hope to not move in, but like set this up.
Yeah, because I had to leave. I had to do something else.
You were
That
gone for like a
couch.
couple hours or something.
That couch, right? Didn't you put that together?
I didn't put it together. I put like just things up, like the lights. I remember helping out with the lights.
Yeah.
Some of the posters.
Yeah.
I was
a good
here when
time.
like you're getting all the lights set up. I was here early, Mega Days.
Before the third floor was established, you know. But yeah, it's I don't use this, I utilize the space enough.
I mean, yeah, you got a microwave, you got 2 Xboxes.
But there's a third Xbox in my room.
But what floor sign?
Well, you know, in case it gets wet up here.
I mean, I respect it. I wouldn't want to trip.
we got cables dangling from the lights. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, is that just an aux cord?
Now, I don't know what it is exactly, but it really brings the room together, I think.
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
We sip champagne, you sip mini soda.
You get it?
No,
Those small little Coke cans?
you guys drink on campus?
No.
No? Then why does it say champagne? That's alcohol. Dude, do you guys drink at school at the Illinois University?
The Illinois University? Ew. That made me, like, want to go violently poop.
The best dang band in the land?
No, there is no... The reason they added that damn is because our motto is the best band in the land.
Really?
Yeah. So... let me sit up for this. Did you know that Marching Illini
I'm familiar.
is, like... we say it's, like, the nation's premier marching band because it was the first. Number one.
It was the first, like, collegiate marching band?
It was the first marching band, period.
Really?
Like, because it ties in a lot with, like, the military connections that they had on campus. But yeah, it was like more than 150 years ago now. 2 years ago was the 150th anniversary of
152 years ago.
152 years ago. Yeah.
Quick math for you.
This guy's in
What can I say?
nursing school.
I have gone to 3 colleges and 0 degrees.
This guy's been to school. But yeah, it's like literally like we're number one. So everyone else copied off us.
Blue Devils, eat your heart out.
Everyone. What can I say? It ain't easy being.
Illini was doing Rhythm X before Rhythm X was doing it.
That's true. No, okay. This is really interesting.
Okay.
So back in the 70s, Illini Drumline had an indoor group
Okay.
before it was WGI, when it was still like AAA, single A, and it was literally marching band uniforms on a gym floor. That's what it was. That's what WGI became to be. Like, was Illini Drumline because it was the premier, like, kind of drumline back then before DCI, WGI really took off. Like, there would be shows where the Illini Drumline indoor group is playing, and there's other groups showing up, and so a lot of people would come to just watch the Illini Drumline, and that's how WGI came to be. The first few years of WGI, some old balls in the drumline were involved with it, like involved with the founding of WGI. I think that's pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, so you're not far off there by saying we have been doing Rhythm X before Rhythm X things.
Well, we just hit 40 minutes. I'm over this episode.
I'm over this episode. No, we got no guests.
No one wanted to come and visit the third floor.
We had no bits, no gimmicks,
just a good hearty podcast.
no tricks. Just talking about what you're studying in school and what you're into and what you're like as a person.
Education podcast. Education cast. You want to do the out?
No.
You want to do the plugs? You do the plugs. I always do the plugs.
We do it at the beginning now.
Yeah, and at the end. It's like top and bottom billing.
Okay, but hold on. Before we end, I have a question.
Okay.
What's the status of my merch hoodie? I'm very curious.
You never told me which logo you wanted. You said the circle one. We have 3 circle logos on the site.
I said the one with the stars.
Okay, we can order it tonight. We'll order it tonight after we get done filming.
I don't want it anymore.
Well, I want you to want it.
I don't want it anymore.
I don't want to give it to you.
I think I only want a nice sticker or perhaps a nice. What else we have on the store? What else do we have?
Just a couple stickers and some shirts and some crew necks.
Maybe a nice crew neck, you know.
There you go.
Or perhaps a nice short sleeve T-shirt.
I would also love that as well.
Please peruse our options.
Well, let's say, is this a good place to end? Right? Great conversation.
It feels right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. As always, follow the socials, buy the merch, subscribe.
SpaceShow.pod.
SpaceShow.pod
and
on Instagram.
If that's too hard for you, please follow us on Instagram and look at our bios or Twitters.
As always, try suggesting your topics in our link tree.
Let us know how we're doing. Make yourself present.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
But also, let us know how we're doing.
If you want to be on the show, that's also an option, you know.
That is a possibility.
We're people.
We are mobile.
We can travel. We'll fly to you.
We will not fly. We will make an effort.
We'll fly.
Danny can fly.
I'm gonna.